It's Brad here from eTrailer, and today we are taking a look at installing the Curt 4-pole trailer wiring harness on a 2025 Chevy Equinox EV. Now there's not a whole lot to look here, but 4-pole wiring is going to be an essential part for towing a trailer to get light functions, including your running lights, turn signals, and brake lights. And you'll see that I did some wire loom here. That's not included, but this is going to be a 4-pole that generally is going to live on your safety chain loop and capped up for when you're ready to tow. A nice easy addition if you have a hitch already. So if you plan on pulling a trailer or want to have the ability to long term, this is a great way to do it. It uses a factory style connection, and it's going to keep everything nice and protected. Even if there's back feed that goes through the 4-pole, it's not going to damage any of your factory electronics. Now, adding the 4-pole wiring is going to be a great option, especially on this vehicle, because the installation is super easy. It's one that you probably want to do at the same time as your hitch. If not, it's not a big deal, but the biggest part of the hitch install was pulling down the plastic underbody panel. There's quite a bit of hardware, and if you want to save yourself not having to do that again, you can pick up this 4-pole harness and you can get it installed at the same time. Now, before installing this, I've tested to make sure this one works. There was quite a bit of comments of people throughout the internet that were struggling. There wasn't a factory option from the dealership, or people that were plugging it in behind in the center here. People had to go to dealerships to get it programmed. And I'm not sure if that's a trim thing. It's really going to be dependent, I think, on, depends on your vehicle. But I'm here to tell you that with our Curt 4-pole, I was able to plug this in and it worked properly. So hopefully that's the case on yours. So if you're going to add this on, it's worth a shot. Now, to find the plug, super easy. Again, once you have that panel, it's just a ton of 7mm screws to pull down, as you probably know. But there is a dummy cap right next to your pedestrian alert device. So just tucked back here in the corner. And this cap, you just push back on the red locking tab and then push down on the tab right behind there. And this dummy cap just keeps dirt and debris from getting in the plug. So you can do whatever you want with that cap. You'll then take your 4-pole harness and plug this into place. Make sure that has a nice audible snap. And then I'll probably run the wiring on this front side here. Now the underbody panel, I did put some slits, so I do want to make sure this is run nice and clean, but my goal is to get this up in place so we can run it down to our safety chain loop, keep it nice and clean, and then we'll use our dust cap to get that mounted up. So I'll get this run and then zip tie it up and then show you how it looks. I've routed my wires, and you're probably saying this is a lot of excess, and you're right. And that's because as I put our underbody panel back in place, I'm gonna cut a small notch for this wire to fit through, but it is gonna push it back to the edge of the fascia. So the realism is it's gonna end up having a loop like this. And what I'll probably do is put some wire loom to clean that up. I left this, and then when we push it in, it'll draw that up. I did zip tie it up to this bracket that has the ground wire just to kind of keep this from rattling around. And then as I routed this back, I took any of the excess, just coiled that up and zip tied it on to the wire loom that our plug was located on, just to kind of get that cleaned up. So if you are doing your hitch at the same time, or you're putting that panel back up, I am going to put just the smallest notch, probably right to the center there of where our mounting point is on the cover, and that way we can feed that wire through. Now I got my underbody panel put back in place, and I did cut a small notch. You'll see pretty clearly where the line meets the fascia, so I just went back on this section about 1/2 inch, give or take, to feed those wires through. I'm really happy overall with this. I am gonna get some wire loom and put this on here just to clean that up so we don't see all the wires hanging down as much. It'll look a little cleaner. Now, before hitting the road, if you have your trailer available or before you tow, you're going to want to test to make sure that those light functions work. As I mentioned, some people are having issues as far as having to go to the dealership to get it programmed. Ours is working. So the way that I'm going to test and show you that it is confirmed working is going to be a 4-pole tester. So I'll plug this in, hop in the vehicle, and run through the light signals. Our running lights are automatically kicked on since I opened up the door, so that should already be illuminated. But I'll check our left turn signal, our right turn signal, and then finally our brakes. And that was a look and installation of the Curt 4-pole trailer wiring harness on a 2025 Chevy Equinox EV.